What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video, guys, I have several very interesting news. First of all, I will show you an update from Daniel in regards to his most recent actions. On top of that, guys, I will show you that the share price of $290, that is based on this statement that was made by Charles Schwab representative back in the days, that is reflected in the Scott Rhodes litigation, has much more grounds than the potential 2 days of trading of MMTLP on the open market, even under the very close attention of authorities. And I will prove my words. On top of that, guys, I will show you that we are potentially about to see the involvement of Donald Trump, Elon Musk and J.D. Vance in our case, and this statement was made by one of the Congress members. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. And let's begin today's video with this statement that was made by Iron Ape, and he refers to the very inspirational tweet. Basically, it is the very short video that is related to Sylvester Stallone. And Iron Ape wrote, "This post goes out to all men of MMTLP. We need to stay strong. It's hard, I know. Holding on to hope. MMTLP praying. Dodge will take a look at how sinister and evil the SEC and SROs like FINRA have become. Please help us, Elon Musk, Scott Basin, Cash Patel, and Pam Bondi." And guys, this is quite interesting statement, and at the end of this video I will show you that potentially we have the response from these people. But for now, let's take a look again at this number. This is the number of signatures that Daniel received under his open letter. And I have to admit that I covered this multiple times in my previous videos. This letter is made in order to help the MMTLP community to push our case forward through the non-litigation path. And let me show you another quite interesting update that we have from Daniel's side. So, first of all, Goddard Cop wrote this tweet on February the 5th. Well, that's a little awkward. And he refers to the tweet of Daniel himself. And Daniel wrote on February the 4th, "I did," and those comments are true as written. And he refers again to his letter that he wrote to the entire MMTLP community. And he also added, "Oh, that's fine. At least finally I have your answer. Everyone who has taken on this is not invited to join then." So I'll ask again politely, as I have before twice, what does it mean to you to be in the MMTLP army? And he asks JRL, and I have to admit that we have quite interesting statements that potentially people who had an MMTLP shares cannot be an MMTLP army because of their point of view. And let me show you what, wait a second, it is right here. Let me show you what Goddard Cop wrote in these screenshots. So, he said, not him, but Romance Court Docs wrote, "Nobody is in the MMTLP army. You don't join it. It's label given by third parties without any officialdom. Yet Daniel uses it to direct ire at." And I have to admit that this is quite an awkward statement, because even Greg McCabe in the official PR statement of NextBridge wrote this. "I would like to personally thank all NextBridge hydrocarbon shareholders at the entire MMTLP army for your efforts in making sure that our story is told." And guys, you can call whatever you want, and it doesn't matter pretty much what is the label of this community. The only sign that we are working together is our main goal. And regardless of the paths that we rely on, regardless of our points of view, religion, political positions, and any other conditions. We are still working together in order to push this case forward to the resolution. And this is, guys, in my opinion, extremely important. And Daniel wrote in response to this. So he wrote, when words like community and army get used, you think you'd want more activists, no less. So it's a club, not a movement. Fine. But alas, as predicted, red herrings had been introduced rather than deal with the core argument and debate it. Color me surprised. He also added this. This issue belongs to everyone, not just a select few. Did anyone else in the community notice the MMTLP army was an exclusive club? Odd that they failed to realize I already knew this. Yet they harp on my supposed ignorance, which is as disingenuous as it is short-sighted. And he added this direct speech that he used in his letter. As George Carlin once observed, it's a big club and you ain't in it. And guys, I have to admit that you can agree or disagree with these statements, but in general, it is just nothing else but a noise that is distracting us, that is disturbing us, and that will not lead us anywhere, because we have to be laser focused. And how to do it? It is quite simple. Let me show you first of all this tweet that was written by Scott, and he's still acting, he's still extremely active in order to push his litigation forward. And he wrote this. In response to the tweet that was written just yesterday by Mike. Mike wrote, Schwab thought they could ghost me, but I hit them with the receipts. $2.4 million appeared, vanished, and suddenly nobody knows anything. Uploaded my screenshots, filed my complaint. Now I'm waiting. Pressure's on. Let's see what they say. And he added this letter. Let me quote you just a couple of paragraphs. So, Dear Charles Schwab, I am formally filing a complaint regarding a significant discrepancy in my PCRA account. This morning, when I logged in, I noticed an unexpected increase in my account value by $2.411 million. However, approximately 10 minutes later, the funds disappeared without explanation. I contacted customer service, but the representative informed me that there were no records of any activity, corporate actions, or cases that could explain this. Additionally, when I inquired about my 24,089 BBBY shares, which were previously removed from my account and deemed worthless on October 18th of 2023, I was told that there were no records of my prior holdings. Given that the increase in my account value was exactly equal to the value of my BBBY shares plus $100 per share, I am concerned that these events might be related. To assist in resolving this matter, I have uploaded a screenshot of my account statements reflecting my previous BBBY holdings, a screenshot showing the temporary increase in my account value. I need a clear and thorough explanation of what happened to the funds that appeared in my account, where did they come from and where did they go, why is there no record of my previous BBBY shares. And guys, this is another evidence of the shady actions that was made by Charles Schwab. And let me remind you about the actions that are reflected in this court litigation. Scott wrote this in response to this story. Schwab people, they are at it again. The MMTLP whales with Schwab holdings I talked to have seen 10% to 20% flux in their accounts. Schwab is in big trouble, and you can expect them not to bring the audio of Fleming to any arbitration hearing. Remember, they had it, then destroyed it, then found it. They know if that gets in front of an arbitration panel, they may be cooked beyond $290 a share. And guys, he's talking about the mention of one of Schwab, one of the members of Schwab support team, where this person stated that it was at least 100x higher prices for MMTLP shares back in December of 2022, right around the U3 halt happened. And this was extremely high price. And guys, to be honest, this number has much more grounds in order to have some kind of additional power for our litigation than just random price, potential price that a lot of people anticipate to see when and if 2 days of trading is granted by the judge. Guys, let me remind you that just yesterday I showed you that in my opinion, we will not have 2 days of trading, and we have a lot of reasons why it will not happen. First of all, this ticker symbol doesn't exist anymore, and it doesn't have an intrinsic value if next bridge hydrocarbons for some reasons will be added to the tradable ticker symbols. On top of that, guys, yesterday in my comment section one of the community members asked me quite reasonable question. And what about all the short positions that should be closed? And guys, yes, on the one hand we have at least 2.65 million shares shorted according to FINRA. But at the same time, it is a very small amount that potentially could drive the price of next breach, if it ever happens, to the upside. On top of that, guys, we have basically two options. One option, if the number of shares shorted is lower than number of NBH shares issued and outstanding, and we have about 245 million shares, if I remember it correct, right after all the dilutional processes that were made by Next Bridge Hydrocarbons board of directors. And in this case, 2 additional days of trading will lead us nowhere, because all short positions will be closed automatically, because they have this number of shares, and they just have to wait a little bit in order to see how the price goes to literally zero, and they will close it without any problems. But if the number of shares shorted is more than actual free float, in this case no one will allow us to make these 2 additional days of trade, because in this case the position cannot be closed at all, and we know it up front, and if so, no one will allow us to do it. On top of that, guys, 2 additional days of trading will lead to unequal rights for each and every MMTLP shareholder, because if the price fluctuates around certain numbers, some of MMTLP community members might sell at let's say $100, and if the price goes higher, they might sell at about $200,000, $200,000. And this is definitely not an equal rights for all shareholders. And in my opinion, it will not happen, because everyone at this very moment should have an equal rights to see the remedies, to see the payments, to cover their damages. That is why, guys, we have to see only this settlement. And this settlement will lead us to a fair price, and at least to the reasonable price for these damages. On top of that, guys, I want to show you that we still have a lot of shady actions from FINRA. And Scott also added this tweet just a couple of hours ago. He wrote, "Unbelievable, FINRA admits on January 13th of 2025 that a market it regulates, OTCBB, and where MMTLP traded is not a fair market. Does not meet a fair market standard, and pretty much states it is doing nothing to fix it. At the same time, FINRA claims immunity from lawsuits for such malfeasance." Yes, FINRA more or less admitted in court docs that it is not performing its duty to protect investors and ensure fair and transparent markets. And in the same breath says it can be sued because it's an SRO. It even cites GTS and Ari Rubinstein as authoritative on the issue, having raised that to escape liability in Trott versus Rubinstein. And guys, this statement from FINRA is ridiculous, because on the one hand they perform illegal actions because they cannot do what they intend to, but at the same time no one can sue them because of their total immunity. And in my opinion, it is at least unfair. So, and for now, guys, let me show you how this issue might be solved and how it might be solved through non-litigational process. Let me show you this tweet that was written by Happy and Positive. And Happy and Positive wrote, "It's coming soon. Here's Chris Rose shares the fact that Donald Trump, Robert Kennedy Jr., and Elon Musk and Devin Nunes are all pushing for MMTLP resolution and MC investigation. Those in real Donald Trump's inner circle are involved." And here's the part of the interview of Senator Chris Rose, and you know that he was elected just recently, and previously he was a very active person who tried to help MMTLP community. And let me show you what did he say.
Even a little further, not only do we need investigation, but in the meantime, Gary Gensler and Hester Pierce both need removed immediately at the SEC. Robert Kennedy Jr., who I've had some good conversations with, feels the same way. Donald Trump Jr. feels the same way, and Elon Musk, who's now part of the Trump administration, feels the same way. So that's when I'm talking about some of the exciting things we have going on. We have some people now in Trump's inner circle, in his ear. Devin Nunes is another one with the DJT stock. So there, there's been some other people that's finally had it happen to them. That's now put AMC on their radar, has put other, retail investor stocks on their radar. They kind of wanted to tune it out, and they may have thought it was conspiracy theory at first, but when it happened to them, it finally opened their eyes. So to answer your question, that is actually on the list of stuff to investigate. It's not only 2024, but 2021. There's also some other stuff like MMTLP, and there's so many other ones that are on the list of what RFK Jr. is pushing and what Donald Trump Jr. and Devin Nunes are pushing to really, truly drain the swamp at the SEC. I know that's a catchy slogan that we use over here on Team Trump, but I will reiterate, they truly want to take an outsider and bring him in the SEC. I recommended someone like Charles Payne. He may not be willing to do it because he makes a lot of money at Fox Business, but the reason why I brought him up, of all the people that cover the markets that have a voice established already, he was one of the only people that was willing to talk about it, and he would actually call Gary Gensler out. And there's actually some interviews where he got real nasty with Hester Pierce for lying right on the air.
So guys, how cool is that? It is definitely a very promising statement from an actual active senator. And as I already mentioned, and I told it multiple times, we should pursue both paths to the resolution, litigation and non-litigation path. And these two paths should not be the reason why the MMTLP community is trying to attack itself. That is why, guys, please be extremely focused and let's push this case forward as hard as we can. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and two children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap.